Old colonialism took land. New colonialism takes the media. A handful of billionaires now shape information itself. Google dominates search, mobile systems, and digital advertising. 6 billionaires control 9 of the world's 10 biggest social media platforms. 3 billionaires dominate most of the AI chatbot market. And 7 of the world's 10 largest media companies are owned by billionaires. And that matters more than ever because news no longer lives mainly on TV or in newspapers. The UK-based Reuters Institute found that social media and video networks overtook television as a source of news in 2025 in the US. And another research found that 7 out of 10 Europeans get their news from social media. So the question is, who owns the systems that decide what reaches you first? Take Jeff Bezos. He acquired the Washington Post as a media rescue story. But billionaire ownership isn't necessarily neutral. In 2024, the paper blocked a planned endorsement of Kamala Harris. And in 2025, Bezos pushed the opinion section toward defending personal liberties and free markets. Then, in 2026, the paper began layoffs, affecting more than 300 staffers, gutting coverage across major sections. Then there is Elon Musk. When he bought a Twitter, now X, he didn't just buy a company. He bought a global information battlefield. Reuters documented the suspension of the X accounts of journalists who had been covering Musk in 2022. A 2026 Oxfam report shows hate speech on X rose by around 50% in the months after his takeover. You may know the brand Louis Vuitton, right? Well, did you know that its owner, Bernard Arnault, France's richest man, as well as owner of many media outlets, recently spoke out strongly against a wealth tax in France? Mark Zuckerberg represents another model of power. He doesn't need to buy the media because he already owns the distribution. Roughly, 1 out of every 2 people on Earth uses a Meta-owned platform. Can you imagine? Facebook alone has more monthly users than every major news website combined. So when Meta changes the rules, it's not just updating a platform, it's reshaping a global public conversation. Then comes Larry Ellison, maybe the clearest symbol of where all this is heading. CBS, TikTok, and potentially CNN, all drifting into the orbit of the same billionaire network. In 2020, he hosted a fundraiser for Trump at his home. According to court records, after the 2020 election, Ellison participated in the fall poll to discuss how Trump's defeat could be contested. In June 2025, he and his firm, Oracle, were co-sponsor of Trump's military parade in Washington. Then he went for the media, buying up CBS, fighting for the control of CNN, and buying up shares of TikTok, all to control what shows up on our screens. And at the very top sits Google, not as a classic media power, but as a gatekeeper. Because in the digital age, power doesn't just come from producing information. It also comes from controlling access to it. In 2024, when California tried to tax big tech companies to fund journalism, Google responded by blocking California news sites from its search engine. Meta backed it up, warning it would do the same. Google also threatened to pull its direct funding for newsrooms. The bill was withdrawn. A similar scenario happened in Australia and Canada, when Meta blocked news after governments of both countries passed a law requiring tech companies to pay media outlets for news on their platforms. The law was ultimately withdrawn, and in both cases, a single company forced an entire country to change course. Every acquisition also narrows the range of stories that get told. A 2024 poll in Canada found that 35% of Canadians surveyed believe immigration increases crime levels, driven in part by misleading news reports, social media, and right-wing politicians. In November 2025, Paramount Skydance blacklisted several high-profile actors for signing an open letter calling for a boycott of Israeli film institutions accused of supporting the genocide in Palestine's Gaza. This is about billionaires owning traditional media, social media, search engines, cloud systems, and now the AI tools that summarize the news for you. At the same time, many news organizations, which in the ethos of true journalism should be holding them accountable, are becoming financially dependent of those very companies through grants, partnerships, licensing deals, and AI contracts. And with the collective market cap of these companies recently surpassing the GDP of the entire European Union, this financial leverage is only growing. And when the algorithms and news are in their hands, they don't just shape what you see, but also how you see and what you never get to see at all.